If you're approaching retirement and you have a 401k, 403b, 457, TSP, IRA, any of these tax deferred accounts, this decision could affect your income for the rest of your life. And most people are getting it wrong. I talk to people every day who've done everything right. They've saved, stayed consistent, but no one ever explained how a 401k actually works when they retire. A 401k can be a great accumulation tool, but it does not automatically become a retirement tool. What a 401k is good at. A lot of 401ks offer an employer match, which is basically free money for contributing into it. They also give you tax deferred growth, so it reduces your taxable income while you're working. And a 401k helps automate your investing to make it easier to be consistent putting money aside for retirement, because it usually just comes straight out of your paycheck. If you're younger than 55 and actively contributing, a 401k can make a lot of sense. Where 401ks start to break down. Now, as you transition out of retirement, this is where keeping all of your money in a 401k can get a little unpredictable. A 401k is consistent of shares in the market, and if the market goes down, you see how that affects your 401k account balance. And when you go to retire, you need that balance for income withdrawals. So you're exposing yourself to sequence of returns risk and potentially locking in losses as you take distributions in market downturns. With the 401k, there is no guaranteed income. The typical guideline is withdrawing 4 to 5% of your 401k balance for income, but that's not a guaranteed income stream. You can run your account to zero and deplete that income source. And because that money is tax deferred, at about age 73, if you haven't already started to take income from it, you will be forced to take withdrawals, known as RMDs, required minimum distributions. Sometimes when the market is down, people panic and make emotional decisions to completely cash out their 401k, thinking that's the best way to preserve their income for retirement. When you're retired, you're no longer just investing, you're distributing. And distribution changes everything. What an annuity actually does. So there's actually 3 main types of annuities, and you need to understand this first. First type is the fixed annuity. This operates very similarly to a CD. It gives you a fixed rate of interest, and no matter if the market's up, you get the same fixed rate, and if the market is down, you get your same fixed rate. Next is the indexed annuity. Now, index annuities allow you to participate in the upside of an index like the S&P 500, but if the market goes down and the S&P is in the negatives, then your principal is protected. With index annuities, you can never get a credit of less than 0%. These are going to be best for people who want to have more growth potential than a fixed annuity, but want the same type of safety that a fixed annuity offers. And finally is the variable annuity. These variable annuities do not have the same type of protection that the other 2 annuities have. Variable annuities can typically give you a little bit more participation in the upside of the market, but you still participate in some of the downside. Variable annuities minimize your risk from the market, but they don't eliminate the risk from the market. This is typically for people who are comfortable staying a little bit more aggressive with their retirement funds. So as I continue to explain annuities, I'm not including the variable annuity. What the fixed and fixed index annuities do. These fixed and fixed index annuities protect your principal from any market losses. Some of them do have the option to add an income rider and create a guaranteed income stream that lasts your whole life. They can give you predictable cash flow. Depending on where the funds come from, you can continue to benefit from tax-deferred growth. For example, if you roll over a 401k into an annuity, you don't pay taxes. You would just keep deferring the taxes until you start taking withdrawals from your annuity. And they have different types. Some are built more for growing your money, and others are built more to maximize your income payments, and some give you a good mix of growth and income. It all depends on the particular annuity. I explain the difference between growth and income annuities in a separate video. I'll add that video link below if you want to learn more. Overall, an annuity isn't about beating the market. It's about removing stress from your income and your savings. The real answer. The real answer, this isn't a 401k versus annuity decision. It's about what role each dollar is playing. Some money stays in the market for growth, some money becomes income, some money stays liquid for emergencies, some money gets protected, maybe for future legacy. Most people don't need to roll over their entire 401k. They just need to reposition a portion of it intentionally, whether that be for income or just safety from the market's volatility. Who should consider a rollover? If you're 55 or older and considering retiring in 1 to 5 years, then maybe you want to consider an annuity as a potential strategy to lock in safety and income guarantees. If you've saved over $100,000 in a 401k and you want to start diversifying your portfolio because you're concerned about volatility, maybe consider an annuity as a safer strategy. And if you're already retired or close to it, and you just want an extra stream of predictable income. Of course, everyone's situation is different, so if you're trying to figure out whether keeping your 401k makes sense, or if rolling over a portion could actually improve your retirement, I offer one-on-one strategy calls so we can dive deeper into your specific goals and needs. If that sounds like something that would help you out, click the link to my calendar below. No pressure, just clarity. Talk soon.